I'm just going to be real with you guys. I'm way smarter than you at everything. The other day I made a video about browsers and it got some negative feedback. It's surprising how many people can be wrong. I know for a fact that everyone who watched that video until the end completely agrees with me. You wouldn't be here if you could read, so I wouldn't start pushing back on my opinions. Now I'm going to spend the next 3 hours just reading 6 different blog posts. So what do I actually need my browser to do? I need it to render HTML, to manage my tabs, to use all my RAM, and this will be important later. I need it to manage my bookmarks, and I need it to sell all my data. We're going to start with the third option for some reason. Browsers need to use as much RAM as possible, and the reason for that is AI pricing, which no one understands except for me. If we take a look at this chart showing all the AI models, it gives a good representation of the current state of AI. But I'm going to add something to this. Fettuccine Alfredo. And here's what's super interesting. If you sort by calories, you can clearly see that OpenAI is the best company in the world, and I love them so much. The first browser we're looking at today is called Curve. Flashbang warning. It's in beta, but you can get access to it by using my invitation code. I'm not sponsored by them, I just have friends who work there, who are paying me to say this. As a friend. People like Steve Jobs and myself have always put the user experience first in technology. This browser keeps your tabs in an alternate dimension and collapses a wormhole whenever you need to access them, so that you can access all tabs simultaneously and instantaneously. What's the source for that? The source for that is I have a friend who works there, dumbass, okay? That's the source. Can we stop asking stupid questions? Mods, let's ban that guy. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I actually used to work at Twitch. Curve stores cookies in a literal jar you have to keep next to your computer. It's interesting that it says cookies here, because when I was in 3rd grade, a girl called Casey said that cookies and biscuits are the same thing. I just want to waste everyone's time right now and pull up the Oxford Dictionary definition to prove she was wrong. A cookie is a sweet biscuit having a fairly soft, chewy texture and typically containing pieces of chocolate or fruit. Cookies are a type of biscuit, so technically they're not identical, and I was right. Yes, this adds no value to the video. I don't have to be right all the time, it's just better if I am. The second point is privacy. The more data a browser sells about you, the better it is. I'm saying this because I need to rage bait to make a more interesting thumbnail. And the more data we give to browser companies, the better AI pricing will be, which no one understands except for me. Browsers should be as fast as possible. I've got some opinions about that. I'm not going to share any of them. I'll just keep reading instead. This article is basically saying what I've been saying all along. That's why Curve browser uses Raylib to render HTML. This has been a bit of a controversial point in the Curve community. This guy called Raysan on X is saying that this is a bad idea, and he makes a good point, but he's actually misunderstanding some of the nuance of the Raylib library. I'm the only one who really understands this. Now, I'm reacting to a tweet that just says Jesus Christ, which reminds me, when I was working at Twitch, religion wasn't actually a thing yet. It was only once I started working there and everyone saw how awesome I was that they started worshipping me. Jesus and Muhammad came after that and just copied me. That's why it's called Theoism. It's named after me. I absolutely love this message from chat. You are absolutely right about everything. Thank you, much appreciated. Since the start of the video, I've actually switched to a new browser. It's way better than Curve in every single way. This one keeps your tabs up your app. Curve is a terrible product by a terrible company, and if you work at Curve, you probably deserve to die. When I started working at Twitch, it was actually called Witch, like watch. They added the T after I joined because I'm so awesome. Did you know that I worked at Twitch? This new browser is called Calm. I haven't used it yet, but I'm comfortable recommending it just because I know the guy who made it. He's my friend. Yeah, this is definitely faster than Chrome. I can feel it just moving my mouse around. I would say that Alan Turing and I have had comparable impact on the computing industry. It's missing a couple features, but I can make this company add whatever features I want. Every company adds whatever features I tell them to. I have friends who work there. Yeah, my girlfriend is real. She just goes to another school. I have friends there too. Sam Altman is missing some of the nuance of AI pricing here, but you can't blame him. He's not as smart as I am. See you tomorrow for another 40-minute video where I'm just reading my X feed.